Mid-yawn, mid-stretch. Good morning.
Is it Tuesday?
It is a Tuesday.
Tuesday.
We got Monday behind us.
That's right.
Good Tuesday.
We're just rolling along.
Yep.
Rolling.
And it wasn't bad outside this morning, right?
Rolling.
It doesn't take much to
To make us happy.
to please us and
No.
this time of year.
Not-
25 degrees and we're good to go.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
was
It just gives you an
balmy.
idea how cold it's been.
Yeah.
It does feel so much better.
It does feel good.
I wonder if the kids are like, reflecting on that too. It's like, oh, this is not so bad.
I had the scarf on this morning. He's like, do I need this?
I know my little one they haven't done outside recess.
Oh yeah.
This is the preschool.
Yeah.
So, the elementary and the intermediate, they'll send them out. They're fine.
Right.
But yeah.
What's their threshold?
I don't know if it's an exact number.
Okay.
But they were reminding all the parents yesterday, please send in snow gear because we are going to send them outside. They're going to have to shovel the playground though because it's got feet of snow.
Right. Yeah. Usually the kids trample that down. They haven't been out there, so
I don't even know if they'll be able to open the gate. It's packed in. So that'll be
I'm sure the
tricky.
teachers are, the caregivers are like, I need a break. And we're getting a break.
We're getting a break.
Roads are better.
Yeah.
There's a water main break. Speaking of breaks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard Tom talking
28th
about
Street.
that.
So I think we have some video of it, which we'll be able to show you in a little bit. Can we start with food?
Let's do it because I'm hungry.
So
First of all, we're waiting for
we are
biscuits
waiting
from
for
Bojangles.
biscuits from Bojangles.
We were promised biscuits.
So far, we have not gotten
We're
biscuits.
gonna settle for pictures of George's food.
This is from Brass Ring Brewery. And
Alger Heights.
Alger Heights. Had some fish and chips over the weekend.
That looks
and,
great. They do
it's
have great food.
Quite
there.
tasty. And a golden ticket. It's an ale.
Nice.
Little fish and chips.
Gotta
and
have
a
an
little
ale with a fish and chips.
brewski.
Yeah, that's a good combination. I actually had that yesterday, fish and chips.
Is that right? Yeah, it's pretty good. This, by the way, is the first place that I went to in Grand Rapids. I've told this story before. The night before my interview,
Yeah.
I
This
went
is where you went.
to Brass Ring, just by chance.
Just by chance?
I just
was
picked
gonna
a
say, did you
random
hear anything
place
about
out.
it? Or
No, picked a random place
That
out
is
off
kind
of
of
Google Maps.
a random place, just
You
because
know.
you didn't stay in
No,
that area.
I stayed
right?
close to the station, but I
Yeah.
looked up breweries and I was like, well, that looks good. Let's go there.
And it was good.
And I went there.
All right. Is this the second time you've been back, or you've been back?
I've been back maybe 3-4 times.
Okay. Yeah. So you like it.
Yeah.
I haven't been there yet, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it was
try it out.
busy on Saturday. Saturday afternoon, I was over there.
Cool.
We lived in Alger Heights when that opened,
That's right. I remember that.
and that's such a nice little stretch.
Yeah.
You've got so many great options, walkable options there.
What's that other something goat?
Old Goat.
Old goat?
There's Old Goat. There's Heights Cream now.
Heights Cream is there.
At the
You gotta go
hardware
to that.
store.
Oh, this ice cream joint. Yeah.
They have Sip and Sip, where it's coffee during the day and a wine bar at night.
Really? Okay.
I
There's
like
a
that
lot
idea.
of great options there. JV's Pizza,
The Sip and Sip sounds really good.
Yeah.
Real
Because
Food
my
Cafe.
coffee maker at home's
I mean,
broken.
Yeah.
I'm running ragged here about this time of day.
Oh, poor Matt. Poor Matt.
He needs a fix.
At least he's getting a break
He needs a biscuit at least.
outside. Let's text
Or
David.
text David, tell him to
Yeah.
bring him up right
Yeah.
up.
I'll text David while you talk
Send them back out there if you.
Right. That place, Bojangles, opened this morning. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but it was busy.
Yeah. At 5:30.
5:30 in the morning it opened.
No joke.
And it was busy.
Yeah. That's it. Well,
They did serve breakfast, so that helps,
yeah.
Yeah.
right?
I'll just settle for a biscuit.
Oh, I texted David, so if he's back, we'll try and get him up
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. He's probably like, oh, rah, rah.
He's in the car in the mall.
If you, it's trying to get this water main break video,
Oh.
but it's
Little breaking news.
yeah. Just hang on a second. I'll show it to you in a minute. But I mean, water main breaks this time of year with the weather that we've had.
That's
Pretty common.
Unfortunately, pretty common. And that usually leads to ice on the roads.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of ice, my camera kind of froze up, but I was out at the lakeshore yesterday with a friend of mine, and I mentioned this yesterday. We're going to try to get drone video. Mm-hmm. Wah, wah, wah.
You didn't get drone video?
No. Here's South Haven. Here's current ice levels, 37% on Lake Michigan, 48 on Lake Superior. All of them, I think, are pretty much above average. Lake Erie, which is one of the most shallow, it's typically has the most ice on it. And we're running about 15% above average. Makes sense. We haven't even had a temperature reach freezing since January 17th.
Wow.
We finally have it in the 8-day forecast, but not for a few days.
Okay.
So.
This is the water main break.
Oh, yeah. Oof.
This is what happens when you don't have a temperature reach freezing in that long.
No fun.
Yeah, so they're digging it up, trying to figure that out. The street was pretty covered with the flooding from that.
Yep.
So now they've got the machinery out there. So just so you know, that's
the heavy equipment
on 28th Street. This is at Eastern Avenue.
Okay. Not too far away from Eldred.
Not too far away from Brass Ring Brewing, actually, just down the street, in fact. So watch out for that. Okay, Matt, sorry to interrupt your forecast.
You're fine. We're looking at, this is my buddy, Logan Bruker. And he
trying to fly the drone.
Trying to fly in the drone. Every time he did get it to fly in the air. But the problem is, he was looking at a screen and it kept going, cold air alert, cold air alert. Oh. So he had to bring it back down because he lost one before in the colder air and it landed on his neighbor's roof, I think, and it just kind of stayed there until spring. So he didn't want to lose this one.
Yeah. Those are expensive.
They are expensive.
Yeah.
And he was so mad because he wanted to get some good footage for us. And I said, don't worry about it. We'll go out there again. I should have taken a picture of our meal because it was very similar. We stopped at Pints and Quarts out at Muskegon. That's the same people who own. Have you been to the deck?
Yeah.
It's the same people who own the deck, but they closed the deck down.
Nice photo.
I know. You would think I know something or two about broadcasting and how to. Anyway, whatever.
You can see the ice really well, though.
Yeah. So, yeah, the ice is pretty cool out there.
So they close the deck and then they run this in the winter?
Yeah, they open Pints and Quarts. And I ran into the owner yesterday. I said, hey, because I asked him, I was like, just through emails, I'd love to get a camera out there because they have a great location for a camera. And he was kind of like, I don't know. But when I was leaving, I was like, I think you need a camera out there. He goes, yeah, I think I do. So I might be onto something.
All right.
We'll have another camera to choose
I
from.
would love to have a camera. We have a camera right on Muskegon Beach, or not Muskegon Lake.
Not Lake Michigan.
Not on Lake Michigan. It drives me crazy. So hopefully that'll pan out.
Okay.
Anyway, this is how harsh it's been. 16 consecutive days below average, and it's not just a little below average. We've been way below average. And 17 out of 20 days, we've had measurable snow. And this is going to be the first back-to-back days in a very long time that we have not had measurable snow coming up. So this is where we stand. I just updated this because we had a round of snow. It wasn't heavy yesterday, but it certainly made a mess of the morning commute. Right now at just under 68 inches in Grand Rapids. Muskegon is just under 96 inches. Gaylord, 117. Sault Ste. Marie, 132, 160. I mean, these are just off the chart. I mean, when you get 30 to 50 inches above average, that's impressive.
Do you remember now what your prediction was for our snow total this year?
I think it was 82.
Okay.
It's either 82, it's 82 to 84, somewhere in there. And I can't remember the others, though. I think most went under, if I'm not mistaken.
I think
Blake went under.
I think my prediction of 95 was for last year.
Oh, boy, if you had it this year.
I know, I'd be close, right?
Yeah, but you don't remember this year.
I don't know if I even did one, or maybe that was this year and time is just getting
It'd be
away
funny
from
if you
me.
remembered last year's and not this year.
Well, you know
that
how it is.
short-term memory.
The years just start to
right.
mesh together. But
Let's make it this year, 95.
We'll say it was
Teresa
this year.
at 95. Yeah. I'm going to go with 83, if I remember correctly. So we are only 10 inches exactly below what we get for an entire season. And we have, February, March to go, so we're on track. And Muskegon already above their average, 96 inches. Good winter, man, if you like winter sports. Okay, here we go. Pretty calm out there. When you have a setup with a counterclockwise wind with low pressure to the northeast and a clockwise wind with high pressure, that just pushes a north wind right over us. And that's typically a dry, cold wind. Although it's going to be cool the next couple days, just not brutally cool or cold like it was over the weekend and a few times the past couple weeks. So really not much to point out in the future cast, which is kind of nice for a change. and just a few flurries here and there. I don't even know why I'm bothering showing you this. But this is more interesting. This is the future cast for later Thursday night, and the Friday morning, where I think we'll have our next run of accumulating snow. It doesn't look like a lot to me, about 1 to maybe 4 inches that we'll have to shovel. And then I think we'll end Friday with some sunshine, I'm hoping. 8-day forecast featuring really kind of the bullseye right there of some snow in the middle of it. Behind that system, by the way, that 33 degrees is going to feel like 40 to us, although it is going to be breezy. Into the weekend, we draw down north wind again. That's going to give us, I think, some more sunshine this weekend. It probably won't be as sunny as last weekend, but I still think we're going to get some sunshine. And temperatures pretty cold, in the teens, even with that sun on Saturday, and probably around 20 on Sunday. You notice that 32 on Tuesday? I think that is going to represent a full-scale pattern change for us. The cold is still over us. This is the upper-level pattern, upper-level winds. Notice that shot of cold this upcoming weekend. That's why Saturday's temperatures nosedives after Friday. But watch what happens mid-part of next week. We turn it more Pacific flow. And I think we're going to see probably a week straight of temperatures hovering at least in the 30s.
Wow.
We'll take it.
And this takes us all the way to the 17th of February, the 11th through the 17th, and has temperatures at or above average. So there's going to be a lot of snow melting. I don't know so much here, but you can see in the Central Plains that certainly is going to be the case, and kind of in between, close to average amounts of precip. But, you know, those temperatures warming in the 30s, I mean, that could represent like a mix. You know,
That's
rain,
always
snow.
tricky on the roads.
It is. It's
when
really,
that happens.
it's really challenging for us to try to figure that out. But just on the horizon, probably about a week from now, we're gonna flip the pattern.
We also have a warning today because we showed you this yesterday. The ice shelf. I mean, with the cold that we've had, it's formed some really beautiful ice on the lakes. But this was South Haven Area Emergency Services over the weekend, and they had to put someone on a gurney, carry him 100 yards back to shore after they fell and hurt their leg.
It can be very deceiving.
So now they have issued a warning. Basically, they want us to tell you, don't go out on the ice shelf. It's not safe. Don't go out on the piers. This was the message from those first responders.
If you think of the ice shelf like this, it's all hollow underneath. And all it takes is a little bit of weight, and that thing goes down. If you go down in a certain spot and you get pulled under that ice shelf, unfortunately, we're probably going to be, it's going to be more of a recovery incident at that point.
Yeah, it's just so easy for things to go wrong. What were you going to say, Matt?
Oh, you could see where the snow covers some of that ice, and sometimes you just don't know. You can put your foot right through it, and it could be thin ice underneath that snow. A lot of times the snow insulates the ice, so it may not freeze to the same depth as, you know, some ice right next to us. So be very, very careful. I still recommend going out there, just not on the ice.
Just to go see it?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Just stay on the beach.
Right.
If you can.
Yeah.
Good advice.
And you don't have to wear sunscreen while you're at the beach.
You'd be so covered up. I think your 3-inch jacket probably counts as some good sunscreen.
Yeah, right. Then my jacket I wore yesterday has this, just the way it zips. It kept
Flapping.
I was recording one of my cloud videos. Like, brilliant.
Did you give up?
No, I actually just finally got smart and turned the other way.
There you go.
The wind was going the other way. I was like, okay, brainiac. So.
Well, thanks, Matt.
Sure.
David's at where the water main broke. That's why he's not back.
That's why we don't have
What
piping
kind
hot biscuits.
So
here.
there's going to be soggy biscuits.
Gonna be cold biscuits.
He's busy working hard, and we're complaining
Cold
about no
and
soggy
biscuits.
biscuits.
Right, we're warming inside.
We are going to check in with David, though, because while he was at Bojangles, he recorded something for us.
It was
So,
busy over there this morning. Don't go away. We've got much more to come.
Yeah, we'll be right.
That's a good excuse.
That is a good excuse. Okay, yeah, we'll be right back here on Daybreak Plus. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Daybreak Plus here on a Tuesday morning. talking about Bojangles all morning.
Exciting morning on 28th Street. David Horak was there all morning long. Our biscuits have been delayed.
Our biscuits
News
have been
comes
delayed.
first.
But the biscuits, that's what it was all about when it opened at 5:30 this morning. Let's get over.
If only smell-o-vision was standardized, Teresa and George, because that scent from the biscuits being freshly baked from behind us, it's something else. But this is the first taste of these biscuits and fried chicken that Michigan will ever have. This is their first location in the state. Wyoming off 28th Street is where that it is. As of this morning, 5:30 is when they open the doors. And Bojangles, this chain from North Carolina, is going to be locally run by Michigan-based Meritage Hospitality Group. They also operate the Morning Bell, Blue Porch, and area Wendy's locations. The lead operator told us the company chose Wyoming because of its growth and tight-knit community. And of course, that biscuit theater you just saw is where customers can watch employees make biscuits from scratch. It's actually the first that's in the dining room portion of a Bojangles location, not kind of closer to the kitchen, further detached from where customers will be dining in. Now, grand opening celebrations throughout the day include sweepstakes, including a contest offering breakfast for a year. Keep in mind, though, if you're coming around this area of 28th Street, Wyoming police will keep an eye on traffic and patrol to make sure that everybody's moving through okay and safely. And this is not the only Bojangles that the company is going to open. They are considering additional locations, but didn't specify any further. Still, they're just going to focus on this location for now. We'll send it back to you.
Yeah, those blueberry biscuits look pretty good. Okay, want to get to a story that our Target 8 team has been looking into this week involving an state employee who's supposed to be in court today on charges he abused his position.
He's been accused of embezzlement, accused of forgery, and stealing more than $100,000 from a vulnerable adult.
And they say that he tried to steal even more from 3 elderly women by forging signatures on deeds to take their homes from them so that when they passed, he would then inherit this home wouldn't have to pay anything for it. And the state caught him in that. Target 8 investigator Ken Kolker talked to the Kent County prosecutor about the case.
Can you talk about, though, someone who worked for Adult Protective Services allegedly taking advantage of that position? I mean, that seems kind of low.
They're all. I mean, there's any case they have, like I said, it's always a personal relationship of trust, whether it be an employee, whether it be a family member.
So we'll be in court as long as this hearing happens today, and it's something that we'll continue to follow.
He's facing several felony charges in this case.
Grand Haven, we told you yesterday, city council members were going to consider possibly restoring snow removal for the sidewalks. They have a snow melt system downtown, but it only extends so far in the business district. So they did make a decision.
They did transfer some money from one fund into another, $35,000.
Peter, meet Paul.
From over here to over there. And now they'll start that snow removal process.
So they were saying, so many more people are using the sidewalks. This is important. They are coming not just into that downtown business district area. They're coming from farther out than that. So they want to make it easier. We've had so much snow this winter.
As we just talked about.
It's a big
with Matt.
issue. And the cold, of course, has been a big issue as well. A family in Portage lost heat because of a delay with their propane delivery.
They actually paid for it, waited 2 weeks, and finally got it. And by the time they got it, there were some issues with some things in their home had broken down.
Like the toilet, that was all frozen. The water in the pipes leading into the shower had frozen and burst the shower head.
The shower head came.
So we talked to the dad in the house who was really frustrated with all of this.
The kids got really cold. My daughter had to be put in front of a space heater to help keep her warm. It was rough as a dad to see that. That hurt a little bit. I won't lie about that one. I get, being behind, what happens to everybody for a company type deal, get overwhelmed, all that stuff. But, you know, when you're said that you have this delivery date for this time and this is when it'll be here, and then it's 3 days past or 4 days past, it becomes really frustrating and annoying to consistently wait.
We reached out to the propane company as well. They gave just some vague information, Ferrogas, that they did have more requests, more calls for service, but with regards to the specific case, they said they needed more time, so that might be something we hear back about
Right,
today.
we haven't heard back yet. We're looking to see if we get a response from them later today.
We do have an update on what's happening with the Catholic schools in Kalamazoo. The diocese announced a restructuring, a reorganization yesterday, and so now we know which 4 schools will be part of that and what that means for the county.
Yeah, these 4 schools will now be combined in a consolidated system.
I know St. Augustine School was one of them.
Yeah, Light of Christ Academy, St. Augustine, St. Monica, and Hackett Catholic Prep, those last 3 in Kalamazoo.
So the parishes, the 9 parishes, will all support the schools along with the diocese, which is something that they haven't done before in that diocese. So that'll be something new. They'll have a president who will oversee things along with the principals at each of those schools. And then the bishop and other diocesan leaders will ultimately have final say with things that are happening in the schools, but a different organization of
And
things.
this whole structure starts March 1st.
Yeah.
Coming soon.
Also coming soon, birthdays.
They're coming up.
We have a long list to get to. Dun, 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 dun. Welcome back to Daybreak Plus. It's time for the segment
Let's
that
see,
would
1,
not
2,
exist
3, 4,
if not
5,
for George
6,
Smith.
7 birthdays.
7 birthdays.
Let's get to them.
Here we go. Happy birthday to Warwick Davis.
You know I've seen him in many things, and then, until we pulled him up, I had to refresh my memory. Harry Potter, he was in.
Yeah.
Turn of the Jedi.
He was the keeper of the bank, Gringotts, and so many other things as well.
Yes.
Also, happy birthday to Isla Fisher. I think Wedding Crashers was the first thing I remember her from.
Definitely remember her from that, and then Confessions of a Shopaholic.
That's right. Also, Maura Tierney of ER fame.
ER, 61 years old today.
Nathan Lane,
There is a talented man,
big 7-0 today.
70 years old. He's been on Broadway, he's been in movies.
Producers. Yeah, he's done so many different things.
Yes, he's had quite a career.
Also, happy birthday to Morgan Fairchild, who's 76 today.
I did not know this. Now, I remember her from Dallas, and then Flamingo Road. Search for Tomorrow, one of the soap operas. She was on that for some
Okay.
years before she blew up.
Also, Amal Clooney,
Aha. Human rights lawyer.
human rights lawyer and
Married to
George Clooney. And Fran Tarkenton, 86
Fran Tarkenton.
years old.
Wow. Vikings quarterback, Hall of Famer. Excellent, excellent quarterback. Love to see Fran Tarkenton.
Let's talk about some on this day in Michigan history. Whew, here we go.
Okay, what do we have here?
So this was the first full week of statehood for Michigan in 1837.
We became a state in 1837.
We became a state in 1837.
It was actually late January. So we were celebrating our first week as a state.
And there were a lot of major challenges at the time because of money. We became a state, and then all of this uncertainty was happening. There was some, I don't know if it was corruption per se, but the president was not happy with banks, didn't trust banks. So like anybody could become a bank. They were printing all this money, which devalued the dollar, which caused a lot of problems for Michigan because we were building all these railroads, including a line between Detroit and Chicago. And so that put all that on hold. They were building canals. It was a really turbulent time when we started as a state. 1862, Thomas Edison started publishing the Weekly Herald, which he was distributing on the train.
He was a teenager when he put
A
this
young
out.
Thomas Edison.
I think he was 14 at the time.
Man,
Ambitious guy.
enterprising young man.
He went on to have a decent career.
He was okay. Thomas who? 1889, the Hammond Building was completed in Detroit. At the time, it was the first skyscraper in the city, the tallest building in Michigan. It was torn down since then, but at the time, yeah, it was 10 stories tall and a skyscraper.
Imagine that, a skyscraper at 10 stories tall.
In 1910, Boy Scouts of America was incorporated.
You weren't a Girl Scout, were you?
I was not. Were you a Boy Scout?
I wasn't a Boy Scout. Still not.
No badges for me.
No one's ever accused me of being a Boy Scout.
Strong history in Michigan, though, with Boy Scouts of America. And this one is interesting. It's the speed limit anniversary. Before this day in 1956, you could just drive as fast as you wanted. You got to decide what was safe.
What do you want to do?
Go drive for the conditions, right? So this was a speed limit that they established for highways. It was 65 miles an hour during the day, 55 at night.
An observation, people in Michigan drive fast. I've been all over the country.
I agree with that.
They drive fast.
They do drive fast. They also get over when someone's ready to pass them.
Yeah.
I don't think they do that in every other state.
No, it's true.
Real quick before we go, World of Winter had some delays because of the cold. It's back on schedule now. You've got plenty of time to check it out, the whole month to check it out, and there's a lot of great activities. And Matt said the weather's going to be good for that.
We're warming up a little bit, so that's nice. Oh, look at this.
Take our Super Bowl poll. Pizza or wings? Which is better? Wings was in the lead earlier.
Wings was leading. Pizza's making a comeback.
Pizza's making a comeback.
Tune in tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll let you know the final results. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Have a great day.